Welcome back to 50 Ways to Find Yourself. My name is Elizabeth, and this is number 11. Number 11 is gratitude journaling, or I guess more accurately to how I do it, it would be gratefulness journaling. This one is relevant to today. I had kind of a hard day. It was very stressful and long. I woke up this morning and I immediately went to a coffee shop to study for an exam. Then I had to go to therapy, and then I had to take the exam. And then I had to go cover a conference for the newspaper. And then I had like an hour and a half to hang out and chill. And then I had to go to work until 10. And then at 10, I had to go to Walmart. So yeah, it was just a very long day. Long day for me. I don't like being out of my house that long. All in all, I was out of my house for like 12 or 13 hours today. I'm not a fan of that. I like being home. Very much a homebody. I like being in a place where I'm comfortable and I feel the most me, the most myself. So just a stressful day, but now it's over. Now I'm home. I have a fun weekend ahead of me. Everything is good. So today I want to talk about gratefulness journaling. And I think this is really relevant because it's almost Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is in a week. What better time to talk about being grateful, being thankful than right now? I have my journal with me. I have a new journal. I like having a journal that's big and like has a hard cover because it makes journaling easier when I'm out and about or even just on my bed, because I usually journal on my bed. It's nice to have a hard cover so that I have a solid surface to write on. So I really love this journal. I also got it at Walmart on clearance for like $4. So really, if you think about it, it doesn't get better than that. A little background about my gratefulness journaling journey is I started doing this summer because, like I explained in my first video, which you should watch if you haven't, kind of explains the whole gist of the series. Like I said in that video, the whole idea of this is to get more in touch with myself, figure out what I enjoy, and gratefulness journaling is a way for me to remember the things that I enjoy and that I appreciate and that I'm grateful for day to day. Is it something that I remember to do every day? No, but it's something that I make myself do every time I journal. And that's important to me because I historically have been very bad at remembering the things that I'm grateful for and appreciating them. So gratefulness journaling has been really, really helpful to me in remembering, okay, this is what I like, this is what I care about, this is what I'm grateful for, this is what matters in my life. The way that I do it is every day I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. At least 10 things. Sometimes it goes a little longer if I'm having a really, really grateful day, but I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. Hi. I'm grateful for her. But I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. Sometimes I have repeats. I'm sure that I've written down Lola, which is my cat, a bunch of times. But I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for that day or in general in my life. It was really interesting early on because I was saying that I was grateful for things that I never would have thought of had I not started. I think it was the second or third day after I started doing this, I wrote down that I'm really grateful that I know how to read, which is so silly, but if I didn't know how to read, I would be a fundamentally different person. I would not be who I am today if I didn't know how to read. Sometimes it's things that are kind of silly that you don't even realize and that you don't think about. Today, one of the things that I was grateful for was that the day was over, that I didn't have to do any of those obligations that I had today anymore. They were all done. It doesn't always have to be, oh, this is a really good thing in my life. Sometimes it can be, oh, I'm glad that this not so good thing is over. And that's okay too. Today, that was one of my things. Another one of my things was crossword puzzles. I really enjoy crossword puzzles. I was doing them at work today. Like every time you sit down, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm grateful for my parents and, having a car and having a roof over my head. Like it doesn't always have to be these huge things that are really important. It can be really small things that you enjoy. And that's just as real and just as important to remembering to be grateful. I find sometimes that when I'm in the middle of having a really hard day, if I just take 5 minutes and sit down and write out 10 things I'm grateful for, it really puts into perspective the things that are important and the things that really aren't. And that is huge for me because I get really caught up in the details and I miss a lot of things if I don't intentionally write them down or think about them. So I've had times where I'm really, really freaking out, really panicking, and I'll think, okay, I need to take a break. I need to take a couple minutes, write down 10 things that I'm grateful for, and I always feel better at the end. So today, I realized I have never done this. Today I'm gonna write down 10 things that I'm grateful for about myself as a person, and I'll be back. This is totally unrelated to the rest of the video, but I drew this little picture of my kitty sleeping on the blanket that I made the other day, and I just think it's really cute. Okay, I'm back. So while I was gone, I wrote a list of 10 things that I am grateful for about myself. Honestly, this might be the hardest one I've ever done. It's much easier to come up with external things than internal things, but it was a good exercise in self-love and in noticing things about myself. I'm going to be referencing my list, so if I look down, I'm referencing my list. There's going to be background noise. My cat is being loud and my roommate's in the kitchen. But anyway, I'm grateful for my new haircut. That was number one. I cut like 2 or 3 inches off my hair the other night. It was just getting really long and I was like never wearing it down because I never liked the way it looked. And I love it. I feel much more myself. I feel the most myself I've felt in a very long time. So I'm very excited about that. I really like the way it turned out. I cut my own hair. I'm grateful for my ability to cut my own hair because it saves me a lot of money. Women's haircuts are super expensive. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my resilience. I have a lot of mental health struggles and physical health struggles, and here I am at my senior year of college. I have a great GPA. I have good extracurriculars. I have a great grad school resume. So I'm grateful for how resilient I am. That's something I really like about myself. I'm grateful for my kindness. Unless somebody is watching this and is like, you're not kind at all, I think of myself as a pretty kind person. I try to be kind as much as I can because I love when people are kind to me. I want to, pay that forward, of course. I'm grateful for having really nice natural nails. They're painted right now. I shaped them. This is from a week ago. I kind of did an awesome job. They've like chipped a little bit here and there, but they look really good still. But yeah, I have really nice, strong, natural nails, and I'm really grateful for that. I am grateful for all my different moles and birthmarks. I have a lot of them. This one being the most obvious, and then I have a bunch of them on my neck, and I have, where is it? On my arm, right there, and on my leg, my right leg, I have, what I call the Orion's Belt formation, like the constellation, and I think that's cute, and I like it, and I'm grateful for it. I am grateful that I am very driven, even when things get hard. This kind of goes with resilience, but I think it's a little different. I'm driven to persevere through things that are difficult, even if I don't enjoy it, I'm able to make it through, and that's important. Oh my goodness. I'm grateful for my nose. I think my nose is cute. I think it's a nice part of my face. I like it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, hello. I'm grateful for my creativity. I know this, like, making a YouTube series isn't as outwardly creative as, like, painting or drawing or whatever, but I think it's a creative outlet for me, and crocheting is a creative outlet for me, writing is a creative outlet for me, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my eyes. I think they're pretty. I like that I have a lot of eyelid space. It makes doing eye makeup really fun. Like, eyeliner looks good on my eyes, eyeshadow, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the passion that I have for the things that I enjoy. When I enjoy something, I really I really dive into it. And I'm grateful for that. You know, I could feel lukewarm about a bunch of things, but I'd rather be really passionate about a few different things. I like that about myself a lot. That was kind of a hard exercise, to be honest. It's hard to not feel like you're just bragging about things about yourself, but you've got to be aware of the things that you like about yourself and grateful for them. That's all I have for today. My cat is being really loud and annoying, so I'm gonna cut it here. But thank you for watching. I'll be back. I have more ideas in mind of what to do next. So I'll see you soon. Bye bye.